Let's talk about Speaker Mike Johnson. What's this guy trending? Why is this happening? Why do these people wait until last minute to put out a 1500 document? 1500 page document, 1500 page document to be read, discussed, and approved before Friday in 48 hours. How is this humanly possible? How is this humanly possible? Speaker Mike Johnson is wasting no time stabbing Trump in the back as Congress works to run through a secretive $50 billion spending bill filled with favors before Trump takes office. The bill includes funding from preparations against Disease X and research into medical countermeasures for unidentified viruses with significant pandemic potential. So, you're spending money on something that hasn't happened yet. Can you, I don't know, have some kind of an emergency fund that you can use for, any natural disaster? Maybe like in North Carolina, what happened in North Carolina, or maybe a virus. Maybe you have something that can be a Swiss Army knife. Again, Jesus with Switzerland. What do we have with Switzerland? What kind of obsession do I have? But this is the document. This is a document. How do you expect people to read this? In what? 36 hours, 48 hours. I don't know how much. It's like 72 hours. It was 1,500 pages. It wasn't purpose. This was discussed already since September, and they waited until 2 days from the House going on, on holidays to try to pass it. Yeah, the old strategy. But we have Vivek Ramaswamy to read it. I guess that he's a fast reader, or maybe some people were suggesting, I think it was Cernovich, why don't you upload that like by sections in 15 sections to ChatGPT or Grok on X? That is a good idea. That's what this AI tools can work. Okay, that's something that these AI tools are very good at, like crunching vast amount of documents and summarizing them. That's something that we can say, okay, these tools work very good for that. So I wanted to read the full 1,500-page bill and speak with key leaders before forming an opinion. Having done that, he did. He read all that. Here's my view. It's full of excessive spending, special interests, giveaways, and pork barrel politics. If Congress wants to get serious about government efficiency, they should vote no. Keeping the government open until March 14 will cost $380 billion with a B by itself. But the true cost of this Omnibus CR is far greater due to new spending. Renewing the Farm Bill for an extra year, $130 billion with a B. Disaster relief, $100 billion with a B. Stimulus for farmers, $10 billion. The Francis Scott Key Bridge replacement, $8 billion. The proposal adds at least 65 cents of new spending for every dollar of continued discretionary spending. 65 cents for every dollar added. That is, well, yeah, it's essentially 65% more, which is a lot. The legislation will end up hurting many of the people it purports to help. Debt fuel spending sprees, may feel good today, but it's like showering cocaine on an addict. It's not compassion. I think that Hunter can relate. It's cruelty. Farmers will see more land sold to foreign buyers when taxes inevitably rise to meet our obligations, just like it's happening in the UK with the farmers' tax. Our children will be saddled with crippling debt. Interest payments will be the largest item in our national budget. This is going to be a mess. Congress, Vivek continues, has known about this deadline since they created it in late September. There's no reason why this couldn't have gone through the standard process instead of being rushed to a vote right before congressmen want to go home for the holidays. The urgency is 100% manufactured. and designed to avoid serious public debate. And who is going to read 1,500 pages? Who is going to read 1,500 pages? Well, Vivek, for one. The bill could have easily been under 20 pages. Instead, there are dozens of unrelated policy items crammed into the 1,547 pages of this bill. There's no legitimate reason for them to be voted on as a package deal by a lame duck Congress. 72 pages worth of pandemic preparedness and response policy, renewal of the much criticized Global Engagement Center, a key player in the federal censorship state. What? 17 different pieces of commerce legislation, paving the way for a new football stadium in D.C., a pay raise for congressmen, of course, and senators, and making them eligible for federal employee health benefits. So that must be on page 1. Is it defensible to ram these measures through at the last second without debate? We're grateful for Dodge's warm reception on Capitol Hill. Nearly everyone agrees that we need a smaller and more streamlined federal government, but actions speak louder than words. This is an early test. The bill should fail. Yeah, this is completely unacceptable, and this was on purpose. And you know that Thomas Massey tweeted, "People call me Nostradamus for accurately predicting that Speaker Johnson would use the Christmas recess to force a massive spending bill through Congress." And what did Speaker Johnson say on September?
We have broken the Christmas omni. And I have no intention of going back to that terrible tradition. So there won't be a Christmas omnibus. As somebody asked me in the hallway a little while ago, will there be many buses? We don't want any buses. We're not going to do any buses, okay?
Oh, yeah, but now Speaker Johnson has responded to Elon and Vivek's criticisms of the spending bill. Let's hear it from the guy himself. This guy, no. I never really liked him. I'm going to say, I never really understood why the guy was around at every time that Trump was, he was near Trump, was Trump at that meeting, at that, on his plane and all this. I don't know, it's rubs me the wrong way.
We have a choice. We have to fund those. We have to fund FEMA. We have to fund our farmers.
Right. And Mr. Speaker, it's not.
Say this way.
Not just so you've got a bunch of Republicans who are angry at you. They don't like this. And just in a couple of weeks, you're going to stand once again to run for Speaker of the House. And you don't need a bunch of Democrats mad at you. But you know, and this is breaking news you do not know. You know who also does not like this? Elon Musk, the world's richest man, just tweeted this bill should not pass.
Well, missed opportunity to not include the mandatory Gandalf meme, Gandalf with the Balrog meme. But, well, you know, maybe he was in a rush.
The only way you're going to be able to pass it now, Mr. Speaker, is with Democrats. If you could, what's your message to Elon Musk?
Well, I was communicating with Elon last night. Elon and Vivek and I are on a text chain together. And I was explaining to them the background of this. And Vivek and I talked last night about almost midnight. And he said, look, I get it. He said, we understand you're in an impossible position. Everybody knows that. Remember, guys, we still have just a razor-thin margin of Republicans. So any bill has to have Democrat votes. They understand the situation. They said, it's not directed to you, Mr. Speaker, but we don't like the spending. I said, guess what, fellas? I don't either. We got to get this done because here's the key. By doing this, we are clearing the decks, and we are setting up for Trump to come in roaring back with the America First agenda.
Well, how are you helping Trump? How are you helping Trump if you're spending, you're setting up everything to spend more? As in, how you take that back once Trump is in office? Like you're rushing to do this just to appease some Democrats, and it just signals that you are effectively a rhino, a Republican in name only. Like you're not a true Republican. It's like just a facade.
That's what we're going to run with gusto beginning January 3rd when we start the new Congress, when Republicans, again, are in control. And all of our fiscal conservative friends, I'm one of them, will be able to finally do the things that we've been wanting to do for the last couple of years. Right now, Democrats still control the pens, and that's the problem. So we got to get this thing done so we don't have the shutdown, so we get the short-term funding measure, and we get to March where we can put our fingerprints on the spending. That's when the big changes start, and we can't wait to get there.
Well, I don't know about you, but this last minute fourth decision that they don't sit well with me. They don't sit well with me. And Paul Cipula says the same. I speak for all MAGA when I say that we'd rather you legally shut down the government than push forward the 1,500-page CR. We voted for change. This stack of papers is anything but. This is on point. Shut it down. Shut it down. That is the thing, because the other way, the other option is compromising. It's compromising with Democrats. And you know what it is when you compromise with people that come in bad faith. People that come in bad faith, you cannot compromise with them. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. I don't know if Trump has tweeted about this or shared something in Truth Social. Maybe we can check it out. But I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. So let's highlight the chat right now. Highlight